podcast. I think I said something.
Sorry, the witch turned into two children, and the man is now.
Or kinda.
What is
Well, it's really funny.
happening?
I love it. All right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's good. That's
Continue,
good. Do it again.
continue.
What's happening?
What's happening?
All right. Cool. Yes. So yeah. So we finished The Conjuring.
Yes.
We finished The Conjuring 2.
Yes.
And we got to do our little scratch-off sitch.
Yes.
Got some feedback buzz from that. They're like, where'd you get it? Hey, is this the same company that did blah, 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 and whatever, and this, that, and this? And I was like, yeah, Fangoria magazine in their fan shop. They have the 100 horror movie poster. And like I said, when I purchased this, I thought it was a coffee table book. So each page would be a movie poster designed by Curious Charts. Wrong. It said poster. Horror, top 100 horror movies poster. So we got the poster. And once...
Got the poster.
And the movie poster has what they consider their 100 horror. I think I counted 68 of my favorite 100s, which I'm almost done with my 100. So I can't wait to dive into that.
I'm going to be so honest. I'm like halfway there.
You're halfway there?
I got like 50.
Oh, that's just because I'm halfway
On
there. I've
there?
got 33.
No, I have like 50 on there, and I'm like, listen, it's so hard. It's so hard because I'm like, wait, but like this part, and then like,
Oh,
but
yes.
like this part and this one.
You know the easiest way to do?
What?
I usually do this with...
Chat GPT it.
No. You call Al. No, you play like a bracket system. So you have
Okay.
your top...
I'll March Madness this
your
bitch.
March Madness that bitch. And
March
you can
Madness
also...
that
I do
bitch.
this...
I'm gonna start.
I do this with haircuts. I'm like, show me what you don't like. Why are you crying, Connie? Did I make you cry? I'm so sorry. You should see my lashes. They're like, oh yeah, there's a commercial that's like, talk to your teenagers about drugs. You could even start it off with teenage talk. You know, words like, you're on fleek. I'm like, what is this, 2018? That shit died with COVID.
2016.
2016, the year Creepy Connie was born.
No.
So I'm excited.
Wrong.
I'm excited.
I was in middle school.
Speaking of middle school, it's Lotus's first day in middle school.
How's she doing?
We'll see. We had to take her out of the other school because
How was she feel? Was she ready this morning, or
she,
was she
you
like?
should see. She's like, look at my
Or was
fit.
she like, F
She's
this?
like, no. She was like, look at my fit, and I was like, you look like you're gonna hand out Jesus pamphlets at a strip mall. And she was like, seriously, that's what I'm going for. And I was like, really? But she had like a vest. Like it's the first day of this particular school that's the have and have not, so it's close to one of the most prestigious golf courses in Charlotte.
But
Really?
but like it also.
But it
has like a bit of both.
It had a bit of both.
It has the other end.
So I'm like, are you sure this is the fit you want to rock the first day? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, all you need is like a big rimmed witch hat, and then they're gonna be like, this girl knows a thing or two about the occult, and I do believe.
She knows a thing or two because she's seen a thing or two.
She's seen a thing or two, like the Ouija board.
Like the Ouija board?
Like the Ouija board. So why do you have Band-Aids all over your fingers?
So, because I am eating my fingers. No.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is Creepy Connie.
Oh, and this is King Jeremy, the Wicked.
Welcome to Revival of Horror Podcast. This is episode 8. We're diving deep into one of my favorites, one of Creepy Connie's favorites.
You say that as there's a giant poster of
There
it
isn't just a
behind
giant
me.
poster behind
and like
you.
a little like shrine.
There's a little shrine.
a big shrine.
I have a great story about this individual poster. I had it blown up as as big as I could make it, like it was a movie poster at a movie theater. And when I took it to a frame house, they charged me out the ying. Their first quote, $667. And I was like, I've got $1 off coupon. Creepy Connie just fell asleep.
Falls into Mike.
Falls into Mike. Go gring gring. And they framed it. I got home. I had a Super Bowl party here, and someone's like, "Hey, that's really cool. What's wrong? What's up with the bubble?" And I was like, "The bubble," and it had nothing but bubbles in it.
There's a
Bubbles.
singular
Well,
bubble.
it was so expensive. Like
There
shouldn't be bubbles, and I couldn't see it until there was like
A certain
I guess,
glare?
A glare, yeah. So with that, I took it back, and they're like, "We'll fix it." So, but you have to purchase the thing again. I was like, "God, the poster was so expensive." They're like, "We'll reimburse you," and so they reimbursed me. I got the poster made again, and talked to the specific individual, and they're like, "Yeah, we had fun making that, stretching that out." So then I got it again, and they put it in, and it was even worse this time. So guess what? I got my $666 back. So they basically framed it twice. Reframed it.
That's crazy.
And this
Why'd
one,
they keep messing it up like that?
It's the paper. It's not them, because what they do, they glue it onto this like plastic board, like you would see,
like a chip board
like
type
that right there,
shit.
like
yeah.
like the advertisements. So
Like a poster board.
poster board, but a little thicker.
Yeah.
So you're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they gave me the frame. They gave me the framed picture, and they gave me the picture back.
Yeah.
So I thought that was super cool, and I do believe
Oh. He's boot scooting bugging.
I have this for you. Do you have room?
No.
Are you going to put it on the coffee table and do Coke on it?
Yes. No, I am not. I heavily repeat, I will not be doing that.
I'm not editing that out. But you see,
You
like
better.
you see, like the bubble and stuff. So it was like that. But on this one, the one that's hanging here framed, there's little chicken scratch hieroglyphics. And I wasn't ill the fact that they couldn't get it right.
Yeah.
They reimbursed me the money. And if you look at it, the one on the wall closely, it has like these little, like, it almost looks like Japanese characters. So it's like almost like a witch went in and put like these nature,
little,
like
like
wooded, like the
little
Blair Witch
slash
thing.
marks.
It's so cool. It's so
Yeah,
cool. But
yeah.
it's not like, it's not etched in. It's literally like pressed into it. It's really strange. But yeah, we have a witch shrine, and that means we're going to be doing the witch. We're dissecting the witch for the next 3 episodes. So I'm really excited.
Whoop whoop.
Because the beauty of it is there's
Whoop whoop. Not
lots
womp womp.
Oh, whoop whoop.
Not whoop whoop.
Weep.
Don't weep. Don't weep. Of the womp womp of the whoop whoop.
Speaking of womp womp, guess what comes out tonight?
What?
The Netflix Ryan Murphy's Monster. Maybe the first one was Dahmer. This is the Menendez brothers. You know them?
Yes.
Personally?
Yes. They are good friends of mine.
They're good friends of yours via PayPal. Pen pal.
PayPal. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some work for them.
Jesus.
Designed them a couple of things.
Oh, nice.
Some buildings.
Oh, so back to your fingers. You have bandages.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of designing, so I build models of different buildings, some that are already made, some that I've designed, whatever. We did a bridge project where we built a bridge out of balsa wood, and we like tested how much weight it could hold.
Wow.
And that was a lot of fun.
bet.
That was one of my favorite projects.
That was this year, last year.
Last year. But I use X-Acto blades a lot, and tools, and woodshop stuff. And I have like cuts and scars all over my hands, and I have a big freaking Band-Aid on my thumb right now because I was doing stuff last night in studio and sliced my finger.
She said she doesn't have any fingerprints.
Yeah, some of my fingerprints are gone.
That's crazy.
Just a little bit.
She's a
Just
criminal.
Not for nefarious activities or reasons.
You're so silly. You're so silly. Well, the buzz with the Menendez brothers on Netflix, because your bloodied
I
cuff.
can't use Netflix.
Why not?
Because I'm on my parents' Netflix, And they have that stupid shit where if you're not connected to the Wi-Fi of the household account,
changed it. They
like,
changed it.
Yeah. So.
Well, we might have to have a revival, a horror podcast,
Live
Netflix.
reaction.
Yes. I think all the episodes are out. But the other cool end is 48 hours before they released today's episodes of Monster Season 2, they released the fact that Charlie Hunnam, the British actor that was in Sons of Anarchy, is going to be Ed Gein in Monster 3. So
Ed Gein.
And it was so funny because I think he's a handsome bloke. And to get a very handsome, blonde-haired, blue-eyed motorcycle met to play one of the ugliest, and he's not even a serial killer. Ed Gein killed 2 people.
He's just a nasty fuck.
Nasty
Pardon
boy.
my French.
No, it's good. It's good.
But he is a nasty fuck.
He's a nasty fuck. You know how to say fuck you in French? No. Foutoir.
Is that accurate?
It's an accurate thing, or it's two fois.
Tofu?
Because when they say, "Laser do go see, I make my foutoir." I don't know. I can just see Martin dancing to that.
I love Martin.
He's a stellar human being. Well,
Stellar
I do believe
human
it is
being.
time to dive
To
into what's
the
happening in the world of horror.
Let's do it. What you got?
I have an incredible scenario for you.
Okay.
Podcast got 2 early access tickets again. So I know you're busy.
Always, because God forbid.
God forbid.
I have a day off.
We got the Beetlejuice early access, and we actually got the email. I got the email Monday night, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably pass. But got 2 early access passes to The Substance, which is Demi Moore's new movie.
Huh.
Electric. It was insane. Now, you can go on this particular site and it'll tell you how much nudity, how much blood, graphic language. It dissects everything. So I was like, is this going to be appropriate? There's ranges like here, maybe a Tic Tac to a toothpick. And if the toothpick's red, don't take a child to see this. So I didn't want to, but I was like, it's a complimentary ticket. Let's 2 complimentary tickets. It's early access, so they don't have trailers before it. Sometimes they'll have like little swag bags under the things, but I want to see this movie, but definitely not with Lotus. So I take the tickets in. I go to the guy, and I was like, look, this movie's going to be very inappropriate. Can I trade it out for another ticket? And they're like, of course.
Oh.
I guess a familiar face, who knows? But
Probably
she ended
a
up
familiar face.
going and seeing Deadpool again, and the times coordinated. But there was a 15-minute scenario because the movie started, and then she had 20 minutes of trailers. So she sat in for the first part, and it's so freaky. So it opens up with an egg over easy, I believe, and then all of a sudden the yolk splits into 2.
Ew.
And then it says The Substance.
Like a cell?
Like a cell. So Elizabeth Sparkle, Demi Moore, she's a renowned aerobics teacher, and she faces a devastating blow on her 50th birthday as her boss fires her.
Uh-huh.
Amid her distress, a laboratory offers her a substance which promises to transform her into an enhanced version of herself.
Okay.
So she takes this, and how they have it packaged, and how you have to call this number, and the person that answers it gives you these codes. So you have to figure that out. So there's already puzzles, and I do believe Ray Liotta, this is his last movie before he passed. He's the other voice on the line. So she goes to this locker. She gets this really cool package, like how Apple or Amazon will package their products, and it's just all cool. Like you want to kind of keep the boxes because they're cool. Well, this package is like this. So basically, you've got a substance that an initial serum that you put in your body. Then the substance goes in, and then after the better version of yourself comes out of your body like a cicada.
Like I'm like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. I'm gonna cocoon.
I'm the cocoon.
Like
You're
I'm gonna
the better version of me.
unzip my skin and
Spine.
step out.
Spine.
Oh, unzip my spine.
So
And-
I'll unzip my spine. You come out. And then you have to hook my body up with this substance that's like day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 7. And it's just a feeding tube. And then you, the better version of myself, which I do believe you are, CC, you are now gold. You are the actress. You're on every billboard. You're gold.
am that bitch.
So, yep, you are. And so 7 days in.
I am the main character.
You're the alpha like we talked last time.
Yes.
You're the alpha. There's 2 alphas in this bitch. 1, 2. So
points at reptile.
Points at reptile that is looking at me, sticking his tongue out. So
wants to
I
eat
am a shell. Now at the 7th day, you start getting nosebleeds. You start coughing up blood because you gotta join. You gotta become me again. So your body lays rest. You do the blood situation, and then now I'm awake, but now I know the past 7 days have been electric because I've been living through you. Now I'm depressed and just nothing's cool. So if you go 8 days and then you hook me back up, when I come to, something on me is going to be like 150 years old, like zombified, like Jujutsu Kaisen. So I'm not going to give anything else away, but it is so gory. And it is so bloody.
Oh, I'm not a good gory person.
I mean, it is. I wouldn't say it's the goriest thing, but the last 10 minutes is so. They apologize to the extras and some of the staff. They're like in the credits before like the last little like the symbols rolled before it was done, and it says we apologize to everyone that got bloody. But it was almost too much, but in a comical way, so it worked. So good.
Okay.
So good.
I'm gonna trust you on
Demi
it.
Moore's counterpart, Margaret Qualley. She's drop dead gorgeous and just had this fluid, like a guy her neighbor would approach and be like pissed off that she's nailing shit into the wall, and then she'd answer, and then all of a sudden he's like obsessed with her, and she'd bite her lip. And then it was like even more. I don't know. It was so cool.
just like,
but the thing, and I was gonna tell you with us doing The Witch, when I went to see The Witch in the theater, it was early access, one showing, not playing tomorrow, not playing the weekend.
Yeah.
It's just one showing. It was just Ethan and I in the theater. And the movie starts, no trailers, movie starts, and like 10 minutes in, because most people think there's trailers, this couple walks in, and they sit directly behind us.
Oh.
And they're popcorn clad.
Why'd they get so close?
Who knows? Just Neanderthals. You know,
Why are people like
day
that?
one born to do day
Why are
one.
people like that?
Yeah, well, I think their body language kind of gave me the impression that they were
good
on
vibes?
a first date.
Oh.
So they had their popcorn, they had their candy, they had their their hot dog, skinless hot dog, and they sit behind us, and they start. There's your ASMR. Unwrapping shit and like. We're just making all this fucking noise, and it's like, this is early access. That you do that shit 2 weeks in. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in my usual.
No. There's movie theater etiquette.
There is etiquette. Yeah. So again, a lot of people are coming into this theater. It's a small theater, like 20 minutes deep into the picture, which they've already missed out on the true why this is going on.
Yeah.
And this guy is like, oh, we'll
I
just
can't
sit
imagine
here.
just coming into the middle of this.
It sucks. It sucks
It just
because
wouldn't
they're
make
trying to
sense.
adjust. They're putting their little
The recliner.
chronic. God,
Cut.
when
Can't
they're
say
putting
that.
I can say it.
Spread the word and the word.
Oh, you're on it.
No. Yes, but
Yes, no. I will definitely cut it. So they sit down 15 minutes into the film. They're adjusting. They got all their like hidden treats that have foil wrapper that's making all the noise. Then the dude's phone goes off and he doesn't answer it. It's in his pocket. And I look over and the lady looks
People
at
are
me.
jerks.
Well, it's like etiquette. There's etiquette. There's etiquette.
There
This is
are
early release. This
manners.
isn't like the last weekend that this is showing.
Like, please, just be
Just
respectful.
be respectful. But the substance is out now. It's electric. It's so good. Demi Moore kills it. And it releases tomorrow on the 20th. Pretty crazy.
Swag-tastic.
So as far as games go, I'm not going into VR. I'm not going into books or comics because there's nothing that's really popping off. But in 18 days, 9 hours, and 31 minutes, Konami is releasing the upcoming survival horror remake from 2001, which is one of my favorite horror series. And this was my favorite game, Silent Hill 2.
Ooh.
This is produced by Motoi Okamoto, creature designed by Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka. This releases October 8th, 2024. It's upcoming survival horror
Ito.
from Konami. You're James Sunderland, a widower returning to the town of Silent Hill upon receiving a letter from his deceased wife, Mary, who claims to be waiting for him. This game changed everything. Like, there were horror black and whites and whatnot, but this game changed everything. This gentleman, James, you're in this creepy town on foot, and with headers again, you hear things behind you, beside you, in front of you, and you have to play it with the lights out. It has to be pitch black dark because of the glare. So if you play it with the lights on, you still get the same effect, but you can't really see it that well. And it's
if you're a scaredy cat.
If you're a scaredy cat, you're not playing this game. But they remade it, and it's cool because the graphics that I've seen thus far with the trailer, it's beyond. So when you played this game in 2001, 2002, and there's been movies and there's been remakes, but this one sealed the deal because of the subject matter, and you can only see as far as your flashlight goes. And then, you turn a corner, your flashlight's bugging out. There's a little light on a post that's blinking, and you can see the flies going and whatnot. You can only see that far. And there is a moment where there's no lights, and there's the road just stops, and it's just a cliff. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 comes out, like I said, 18 days, 9 hours, and 29 minutes, and I'm so excited for that. And I do believe that is not all. It is not all.
Oh.
There's a movie on Shudder.
There's
one more. There's a movie on Shudder.
Okay.
And I had
Please, do tell.
So good.
I
So
love
good.
that.
So yes, I do have this last movie. It's on Shudder. I had an early morning Sunday, and then I went to bed pretty early, and I woke up about 1 o'clock, and I didn't have anything to do Monday. So I was like, God, I'm kind of restless. Let me just put on a movie. So there's a movie on Shudder.
Okay.
And it is called Hellbender.
Oh.
A teen and her mother live simply in a home in the woods, spending their time making metal music. And the coolest thing is she's the drummer. The little girl's the drummer. Her mom is like the kind of bass player, guitarist, and sings. And the music is good. The teen has an encounter with a fellow teen that causes her to uncover a connection between her and her family and witchcraft. And it becomes a rift between her and her mother. This movie is so good.
Okay.
It's directed by John Adams and Zelda Adams.
The Adams duo.
And Toby Poser. So Toby Poser's the mother. Zelda Adams is Izzy, the daughter. And John Adams is the uncle. So they all... It's cool. There's 6 characters, and they all had a part in making this movie. But it's so good. But like when they're
really
metal...
Cool. I love when like the actors are actually like minds
and you
behind.
don't have to be right.
Like that's I don't know why. That's just so cool.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love like the creativity and the execution, and that's just awesome.
Yeah, so it says directed by John Adams, Zelda Adams, Toby Poser. John Adams portrays the uncle. Zelda is Izzy, the teenager, and Toby Poser is the mother. Written and directed by the same 3, produced by Toby, starring all the above, plus Lulu Adams, who is the girl that she meets. Edited, the music, everything. It's a Wonderwall production, and it's distributed by Shudder, and it is so good. The music is so good. And that is, I do believe, the world of what's happening in the world of horror. What if horror had a W in front of it? Horror.
Whore.
I like how your snorts are now belches.
No,
like,
did you hear the
I'm
burp?
so- I wanted to hear it.
I said in the microphone, "You're welcome." I felt like that had the Lotus energy. I felt
No
like
doubt.
that had Lotus energy.
Well, it's funny. She doesn't like to listen to the podcast because I basically just listened to it once, and I just want to make sure it doesn't need any editing because I
like
can do editing.
I don't want to hear my voice.
You have a great voice, though.
I know, but I don't like hearing my own voice. It's a thing.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't
you
either.
get it. You get it.
I get it. I get it.
It's hard.
So, A24 produced a movie in 2016 that shook me.
Okay.
It is definitely top 3 for me. It is. Oh, that wasn't a belch.
That was my
That was funny.
bone.
That was so funny.
It wasn't funny.
The film that we are about to dissect, like I said, is one of my top 3.
It is
It
unnerving.
is so good.
Unnerving.
In 2016, this film released in Charlotte. One viewing, one show, 7 o'clock on a Thursday night.
I watched it by stumbling upon it on
Amazon?
Netflix or
Netflix?
something. It was on Netflix first, I think. One of the streaming platforms.
Well, it has my soul. Written and directed by Robert Eggers. It's an elevation picture by A24. The budget was $4 million. It's an hour and 32 minutes long. And it stars Anya Taylor-Joy, Ralph Ineson, Katie Dickey, and a slew of children. Holy shit. Holy shit. Bathsheba Garnett plays the witch? The fuck? Holy shit. That just what? So yeah, Robert Eggers is the mate. Robert Eggers is so brilliant. He came out with this format of a family living in the 1630s in New England. They're torn apart by the forces of witchcraft, black magic, and possession.
Yeah.
Parts and Labor, RT Feature, Maiden Voyage Picture, Mott Street Pictures, and Rook's Nest Entertainment. 7 seconds of blackness, darkness, I wrote, and then the music tolls. It's a viola fiddle, like a homemade, just to kind of encapture the essence of this is a horror movie, and then the title sequence.
Just get the creepy vibes
Very,
started.
very.
Just
Very creepy vibe.
sprinkle some creeps.
Just a little.
A little Salt Bay.
Just a little. The title sequence pops. It's The Witch, spelled VVITCH, a New England folk tale, and below it says
The Vvitch.
The Vvitch. You got the Vvitch. It fades into a wee girl standing up at 1 o'clock. Anna Taylor-Joy stares at her father as her father says, "This is going to be so hard. This accent is so hard because it's like 1700s Salem." So
just try your best.
Try my best.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
Doesn't. But Ralph Ineson, his voice is perfect.
Yes, his voice is perfect, but it's okay if ours isn't.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
We
in
are
advance,
still
Creepy Con.
wonderful.
We are. We are wonderful human beings.
Yeah,
All right.
and we're all right.
Yeah, we're okay.
Let's
okay.
not push it.
We're
Let's
okay
not
on
push it.
tape. There it is.
In post.
There it is.
Fix and post. Fix and post.
Fix the post. William is standing before a court, and the first verbs out of his lips. What went we out into this wilderness to find? Leaving our country kindred, our father's houses. The camera is still on ATJ, Anna Taylor-Joy, as she's still staring at 1 o'clock. We traveled a vast ocean. For what, for what? The governor says, we must ask thee to be silent. The father says, was it not for the pure and faithful dispensation of the Gospels? Now facing a young lad who looks as though he's soiled himself. In the backdrop, you now see villagers as if they're in church pews. The father again says, and the kingdom of God. Now twin children are by a mother's side in view. The deputy governor, seated beside the governor, says, "No more! We are your judges, not you ours." The father says, "I cannot be judged by false Christians, for I have done nothing save preach Christ through gospel." The view is back on the father, who is named William. The governor says, "Must you continue to dishonor the laws of the Commonwealth and the church with your prideful conceit?" Now the back view of a man and lady standing. Now we know it's a court, it's a jury with an executioner.
Dun, dun,
Bum,
dun.
bum, bum.
Death. And then they all die.
And everybody's dead, and that's the movie. And
The
now
end.
Creepy Connie's Corner. Creepy Connie.
Tricked y'all. It was just one episode.
It was one
Ha, ha.
episode. It was one
Hee hee,
episode of
ha, ha.
death. It was one
Tee hee.
episode of death. Women are to the left, and the gents are to the right, all in Pilgrim Amish 1700 vibe garb. The hats, the mustaches, the buckles, and the boots, everything is just consistent and cool. You're inside this courtroom, and it seems that William and his family have done something to probably get ousted out of the commune. William, the father, says,
commune.
the commune, the communion,
The
the community.
Yes.
William says, "If my conscience sees it fit." I don't see why it's fucking Maurice Gross is back. "Governor, then shall you be banished from this plantation's liberties." Anna Taylor-Joy, now first to move, throws her head to the left at her father in complete horrific display, basically saying, "Shit, we're fucked."
Yeah,
Like you pissed off the governor
Yeah.
of this plantation. Now
Like-
we're ousted,
yeah. Like now we're screwed.
We're screwed. And the look she gives-
We're isolated.
isolated. William, the father, says, "I would be glad on it." 3 governor bodies are in view. And I said this. No, you're good. I said the picture's funny because the gent on the left looks like Young Gravy. The gent in the center looks like Baby No Money. And on the right, it's Fred Durst.
Fred Durst.
And this episode is brought to you by bourbon and depression pills.
I like my depression
I
pills.
like my depression pills. Governor then says, "Then take your leave and trouble us no further." The side profile of William and his wife. William says, and I love this. Hopefully I don't mess it up. "How sadly hath the Lord testified against you." William turns and speaks to his wife, aiding they need to leave. William turns to his wife, "Catherine." Now we know Mum's name. Showing the side profile of Anna Joy Taylor, gasping for explanation. She's like in shock. Now the clatter of whisperers in the court kind of fill the void. As a young lad approaches, the lad says, "Thomason?" So now we know Anna Joy Taylor's. Is that her name? Anna Taylor-Joy?
Anya.
Anya.
Anya. Anna.
ATJ. I got ATJ.
Yeah.
Now we know her name. The lad says, "Come." Now we are point of view at the back of a carriage exiting the camp to see most villagers peering at the outcasts in pure terror. They're soldiers, there are pilgrims, and there are natives. It's a shot of the gate. The attention to detail was so grand, the gate closes. A truly gorgeous scene of Thomason, Mum, and 2 other children, like twins, sit aback a carriage, carrying everything that they own as the cart sways from side to side. A look of horror is still on Thomason's face. Horror. Like, teenager. I think back in the 1700s, if you were 8, you were considered an adult. So she's portraying like 14, 15.
Yeah.
So
That was considered.
that's all they
pretty-
know. That's all they know. That's all they knew.
Yeah.
So Catherine,
That's literally life-changing, devastating. Fuck, I can't think of the word.
yeah, I mean, it's to a teenager now. Like, just like today, like I said, Lotus started a new school. I said, "How do you feel?" She's like, "I'm fine." And I'm like, "I'm nervous for you. You know, you're walking
like
in.
you have no, like you're
Like you walk into a whole new-
entire world. But like, yeah, your
She
entire
she
world
went to a
is changing.
school that was probably 400, and there's probably 400, and that's kindergarten to 11th grade. This is 400 per 6th grade, 400 per 7th grade, 400 per. So she's gonna have stories. I know,
Oh, she's
gonna have stories.
gonna be.
but she's gonna be gold. She's gonna be gold.
Yeah.
So now we're
gonna be fine.
we're exterior. Catherine, the mother, is confessing as she says, "I will confess Jehovah with all my heart, in secret and in assembly of the just." And then you hear like choir, like some weird pilgrim choir, weird pilgrim choir. As the carriage disappears into the hillside, so does the singing, and so it is now dusk. Boom! The score is so fucking good. Just a stagnant fiddle. Now, as the chords play higher, the family is fireside, and under the moonlight, in the heavily wooded trees, we know this is not their resting place. The shriek of fiddles continue. The score again is just haunting. The fire. The family's just in despair. Like, okay, what the fuck just happened? William is standing by his faith in God, so he is just, as they would say. But I don't think any of the other family members are. Morning clouds appear. It's gorgeous. It's a perfect hillside view. And I say to new beginnings. To new beginnings. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord had made. So be glad in it. Isn't that the song?
Be glad.
This is the day that the Lord hath made. Be glad in it. This is the day.
I don't
Music
know. I
podcast.
went to a Catholic church. We really just sang like
Silent night. Jesus.
Silent Night. Yes.
You sang.
No, we sang like Ave Maria.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Ave Maria. I was in children's choir. I had to like.
Were you the baritone? Oh, boy. Creepy
Yes.
Connie, keep up.
Yes.
Creepy Connie's a baritone. Oh. They're just like, all you need to do is just go back there and just move your lips. Don't make any noise.
I had a solo
ASMR.
once.
Oh, that's nice.
Way back when I had somewhat of a voice.
Well, you always have a voice. You just have to find it.
No, she's lost.
She's lost.
She's
lost.
She's lost forever.
She's a lost soul.
She shall never return.
Yeah, she will. She'll return when you turn 21.
And I start doing karaoke.
Yes. Yep. Start doing karaoke, and it's the songs. It's like your Catholic schools. They're like, oh God, she's at it again. She's doing Ave Maria again.
Like I'm playing like "Come to the Table." No. Come to the table. Come to the feast. It's like a communion
I
song.
don't know that. I grew up in a different church.
It's when
My
we
church
go
was in a
eat
tent.
the little like the
Oh, yeah, the
circle
wafer.
chorus, the little wafer.
And the Welches. Yeah, I grew up in a tent. I mean, I grew up in the caravan, and what we did was we had snakes in tents, and when we praised
No,
Lord,
you grew up in like what they had the people stay in at the fire festival.
tents,
Yeah.
teepees. I was born with no toes on my hands,
Good.
so I would pick up things with the balls of my feet.
You said no toes on your hands. That's a good thing.
Exactly. She's learning. She wins the prize. Here's your prize.
A sack?
It's a sack.
That's a white. It's a white sack.
Just be glad and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that revival made. Welcome to revival. So now we're peering at a 45-degree angle. Full the William is nose deep in the ground. It's like a soil inspection. He rises.
Nose deep in the ground.
It's not a soil inspection.
When you say that, I'm picturing like an ostrich, like how they have their head just
Gloop.
like.
Don't gloop. There is a lot of that in the movie. Lots of when Janet hit her head.
Sniffing?
What?
But you said nose to the ground, so I was thinking, I said sniffing.
Sniffing. Lots of sniffing.
There's lots of sniffing.
Lots of heads hitting the floor. Lots of heads rolling. In the movie, not which. Damn it. God, I gotta edit this whole fucking thing. What is that? Oh, it's a bum.
Is this a hot dog?
It's a hot dog. It's a hot dog. So William is nose deep in the ground. It's a soil inspection. He rises.
I'm
no.
sorry, but like,
Jeremiah Rukia, what are you doing now, Dad? Oh shit, that was us. There we are. We'll put that on the Patreon. Creepy Connie is in a hot dog costume. King Jeremy the Wicked is in a hot dog costume. We are now not in a hot dog costume. I would pay money to see that.
that shit was funny.
All right, 45-degree angle. William is nose deep in the ground, a soil inspection. He rises. It's not a soil inspection. It's prayer. So now he meets, leaning up to his lovely Catherine, and with arms risen out, hands out to the Lord above, we now know this family is holier than thou. A back shot of the 6 family members, the caravan, and a heavily wooded area 150 yards away. A pipe organ plays. An off-kiltered vibrato starts and picks up in a completely horrific. The camera races towards the wooded area, and we know, with that female baritone voice, something lurks in these woods. But the soil is fresh. God has brought us here. This is where we make camp. And into a choir-like response, we fade to black. And then time passes, an exterior shot of the house and garden. Basically, it furthers us on into a few months ahead, possibly a year. Interior-wise, you see Thomason praying. You should do this voice.
But
But.
what?
You want it? You want to do it? You want to do Thomason's voice?
Sure, but I need the notes.
Oh, no, you don't need the notes.
Yeah, like, how am I
Read
supposed
my
to?
handwriting. I can edit it out.
Hun, you're girl.
Girl. All right.
Girl, I don't know how
right, I'm
to
gonna tell you, and
I don't
then
know
you
how
say
to
it.
tell you this nicely, so I'm just gonna be blunt, and that's because I'm your friend.
You're my friend?
And so yes.
You're my friend? I have a friend?
No, we're not friends.
You're a spy. You're a spy. Do I have a booger in my nose?
No.
How's my tie?
Good. It's fine. Yeah.
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 Did you ever hear anybody say that at the nightclub? They were doing cocaine in the bathroom. How's my tie?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get one more cocaine. Damn it! There it was.
No, your handwriting is
Stellar. You know I'm gonna put if you say
illegible.
oh illegible. Is that a good thing? Yes.
That means
If I wrote the future, I would be the only one to know it.
why'd you sound like Jack Sparrow?
Cause I'm a pirate. And drunk.
Like
I'm
I
drunk.
pictured you
'Cause
with like
I'm
a bottle
drunk.
of rum, like.
There was a Jack Sparrow at the anime convention, and it's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just Jack Sparrow. Hey, it's just fine."
Jack Sparrow belongs everywhere.
No, he does not. He belongs.
No, okay,
he
so
belongs right
can
here.
we do like a little like side note?
Well, I
real
think this
quick?
whole fucking episode's a side note. Did we have our first argument? I got 3 pages.
It's 3.
It's 3. Are we good?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's side note. Jack Sparrow's everywhere.
There is a guy that makes a living in my hometown as a pirate.
Nice.
So, because
Nice.
we are known for being near
Water.
yes, and Blackbeard.
That's cool.
Blackbeard was there a lot.
That's cool.
And so there's a guy that is literally a pirate that chases around tourists on a fake pirate ship that spray him with
Get
water guns.
out.
And he stays in character, and he's just a pirate everywhere. And he has a parrot.
A real parrot?
Yes.
A parrot pirate. A parroted pirate.
Yes.
A pirate with parrot.
Yes.
And he looks like?
Pirate. Like, literally, like, picture the most cartoony, like, normal fucking
Captain Hook.
stereotypical. Yeah, Captain Hook, Jack Sparrow, stereotypical fucking pirate.
I love that. I wonder if he's a real pirate.
He said, like, I honestly, no
Like he
idea.
doesn't get out of character. He goes to church as a pirate.
Like,
He goes to
when I
church
was
as
a
chicken as a
server,
pirate.
when I was a server, he came to the restaurant as a pirate.
Oh, lass. And he can use bad language because he's a pirate.
Yeah.
Get your booty over here and feed me.
That's
Give me the
literally
ale.
swear.
How old are you,
to
12?
Literally swear to everything holy.
Everything was just filth.
Everything
I've got
holy.
blood underneath my
I've never seen
fingernails.
this. I've never seen this guy out of character.
Jeez. That would be amazing. I mean, if I was
If
retired on the coast, I would be that guy.
If he's not an actual pirate, he believes he is now.
They have homes and group therapy for that, for those types of people.
There's got to be some sort of like AA type group.
Oh, so the dad's got his face sniffing the soil.
Delicious.
Thomason is praying.
Delicious.
We're interior. We're inside.
Indoors.
And Thomason says in...
No more soil.
No more soil underneath the bed. In Creepy Connie's voice, I here confess I've lived in sin. I've been idle of my work.
I have confessed I have lived in sin.
I've been idle of my work, disobedient to my parents. Neglectful of my prayer, I have in secret played upon my Sabbath, and broken every one of my commandments in thought. Follow desires of mine, own will, and not of the Holy Spirit's. As mother is breastfeeding a newborn. So we've been doing a lot, building houses, building gardens, making babies.
Oh.
Now there are 5 children, Jacob, Thomason, the 2 twins, and this baby. Thomason continues, I know I deserve more shame and misery in this life and everlasting hellfire. As the men attend the garden, shucking dead corn from the stalks, we kind of get the realization that this garden is dead.
Yeah.
But I beg of thee, for the sake of the sun, forgive me, show me mercy. Show me thy light. Baby's crying, mother. Thomason! Thomason comes to gather baby and walks towards a dried up garden. A rumble in the woods. As we view, we get this haunting
Ambiance?
ambiance, but it's ominous.
Ominous?
No. This haunted wooded area we are viewing for 13 seconds. Ominous. Ominous is the word. I counted 13 seconds. As it slowly pans towards the woods, we now have a camera angle on this baby, and Thomason, covering her eyes and face, opens and plays the peekaboo game with baby. Ah, boo!
Oh my god, yes.
Camera is now on baby, heavily wrapped in linens, and giggles at the peekaboo game. T is playing with it. Thomason again covers her eyes and her face. There you are. There you are. Baby giggles.
Hee hee.
Thomason now full frontal view. When I write that, it sounds so like
Gross.
sounds so gross. It's like I'm only 27 years old, plus 21. Thomason now in a full view scene, full frontal, playing peekaboo,
Gross.
unhides her eyes to the baby. Thomason covers her eyes and face.
Yes.
The view is now again on baby as he giggles. Thomason says, Where is Sam? Where is Sam? Where is that little man? Uncovering her face, opens, boo! Both giggle this time as Thomason is having a hell of a time with baby Sam. There you are. There you are. Closes her eyes and her face. Abruptly opens her hands. Boo! As she faces the ground, she realizes baby Sam is no longer on the ground.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it was called Hot Dog Bed. King Jeremy the Wicked and Creepy Connie on a hot dog bed.
No.
You do the math, sucker. On a hot dog bed. Not in it. Damn it. I hate this. On a bed of hot dogs? How about we just get a bad hot dog?
I love hot dogs.
Fucking hot dogs. Dude, you missed it. There was a place uptown. It closed last year called Greens. 97, 98 years in the making. And they closed. They survived COVID. Best hot dogs. They got the best chili, best slaw. I could eat probably 9 of them. And they were a great family, a really cool Greek family. The father died and they had to sell.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the
With
worst.
Greens hot dogs, it was so good. And we would get them before Panthers games. We'd get them before Knights games because the Knights games and the Panther games, the hot dogs were like $12, and they weren't even close to being good.
Yeah.
Like I needed braces to
They
eat
were like
the one
old,
at Knights.
like ugh.
But these were like this big and just, oh my God. We get a clear view of the ground. Baby Sam is no longer there. We get her view. Blanket's empty. Sam? You look out at the wooded area. Trees and branches sway back and forth as if someone has just let itself into the forest. Thomason, Samuel! T runs towards the woods. Now in the woods, we witness a red-cloaked subject carrying the baby Sam into the forest. Baby lightly fussing, we now are in a hut with the baby lying on a table, and the subject, old and naked, that took baby Sam is now caressing the child to make it as calm as possible, and then we see a homemade knife. Side profile of an old hag, naked with long... Naked as
the day she was born.
Naked as a baby she's catnip. This is probably the last podcast on the left.
This is evil. This might have to.
This is just going to be, hey, it's us. All right, cool. Ghost story, ghost haunt. All right, cool. See you later. Side profile of an old hag, naked with long... God, I did it again. Side profile of an old hag... Side profile of an old hag, naked, with long brown scraggly hair. A mortal and pestilent scenario is afoot. She has this huge homemade tube of tree trunk, mixing and fixing, and it's got to be baby Sam. She's mortal and pestle. This whole situation, mortal and pestle. She's making porridge. She's got some old-ass butt cheeks. Because that's all you see. Witchy 1,000-year-old butt cheeks. And I say, keep pounding. Now, still naked. They lose. And they're like, we're going to keep pounding. You need to stop pounding. You need to start winning. Yeah. Now, still naked, she finishes her mix. Blood, guts, bones, skin, organs. Baby Sam soup. The old hag is now bathing in the soup, covering her entirety with it. It's a youth potion. The ominous music. Did Michael Jackson use that? He used the opposite.
No.
Because he got older.
This is like the dark version of Tangled.
Oh. We can do Tangled next.
Yes, a horror movie.
We're going to get canceled, so we got to do Disney. Oh, no, I'm King Jeremy the Flicker. And this is
The
Kooky
Flicker.
Connie. I don't know.
A Flicker.
Flicker?
I feel like the Flicker's not good either.
Flicker?
Flicker?
Oh, you're right. King Jeremy the Thicket? King Jeremy the Thick. Well, they'll never know it's us when we do our Disney podcast.
Secret Disney podcast.
Secret Disney podcast. The ominous music, the sound so disturbing and so perfect, I applaud. We fade to black. The hag now appeared, bald and naked, covered in the soup. She is now smothering a spear with the soup. We fade. The hag is now lying on the ground and using the spear to redeem full Fountain of Youth criteria. I'll let you Use your imagination on that. Now, as we fade to black again, the hag is walking out to a full as fuck moon. 7 seconds.
AF.
AF. Full AF moon. MOOND. Full as fuck moon. You see her silhouette.
With her full moon.
With her cheeks. Her flicker cheeks. There was a lot of cheeks and
There's a lot of cheese.
the substance last night.
Oh.
7 seconds of darkness. You hear a crying mother. A young lad, the oldest brother, pulls a wooded cover off the window, grabbing his working clothes. He steps over his brothers and sis to start today's journey. Thomason asleep. The young lad stares at his moaning sister as he looks her up and down as if she is... Now we see a little bit more than we bargained for, as there's a partial nip slip, but we will carry on from there. She moans again. The lad, Thomason! Thomason! The lad wakes her. Thomason is startled. Thomason now hears her mother. The lad looks at her to Thomason and says, just sleep. All will be well soon. Sleep. As the lad climbs down the ladder to a mother drowning and fuck all. She is just drowning.
Yeah.
You hear a rooster crow. The lad wanders to his mother. She's praying. She's praying. She's praying. The dogs whimper. The rooster crows. The lad places his shoes to his feet.
The animals are going.
The animal farm is awake and aware. Perry Farrell comes out and starts fist fighting everybody. Do you know who that is? Perry Farrell? How about Dave Navarro? Dave Navarro? Dave Navarro is that handsome dude that plays guitar. Well, Perry Farrell is the lead singer of a band called Jane's Addiction, and they got in this big fight.
Yeah, I know
you
Jane's Addiction.
Okay, yeah, so they got in a big fight, and I put that in there because it's like, shit's coming undone. Shit's coming undone. Baby Sam's gone. Mom is fucking done. And Thomason has a nip slip. The lad walks out to start his dailies and finds father. Williams states, Caleb. Caleb says, God give you good morrow. All are still abed, save mother. William, 'tis no ease to rise on a grey day. The devil holds fast your eyelids. Caleb, I'll wake him. William, no, let him be. Mother's not slept a night since we can search. No more, Caleb, we cannot. If not a wolf, then hunger would have taken him yet. A toss of a dead corn cob changes everything. Let's to the wood, been laying trap for some while now, even before this new misery. Caleb, within the wood. His father says, Will thou not help thy father? Caleb, you and mother have always forbade us to step foot there. Caleb, our harvest cannot last the winter. We must catch our food if we can't grow it. We will conquer this wilderness. It will not consume us. Ominous strings, a beautiful display of nature. A beautiful, beautiful display of nature. Now exterior with the ominous music playing. William and the son enter the woods in search of baby Sam. The longest rifle, they're carrying the longest rifle I've ever seen in my life, and they're accompanied by a dog. Interior, Thomason is in the home wandering around as the twins, 5-ish or something, are going, bye, bye, like a goat. Bye, 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 bye. They're playful. They don't give two fucks about their little brother because they didn't really have a relationship with him because the baby's like 3 months old. But
like,
the
"Fuck that
5-year-old
baby."
twins are cutie pooges. They're the cutie pooges, and they're bye, 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 bye. As mother is still in prayers and crying, Thomason peeks in. Mom is just the only person on earth. She's lying in her bed crying, saying her prayers. Exterior now. Thomason is carrying H2O in a huge bucket on her head as she trips but saves herself and saves the H2O. Now we are with the boys in the woods. William states, Aren't thou then born a sinner? Caleb, I was conceived in sin and born in iniquity. Then what is thy birth sin? Adam's sin imputed to me. and a corrupt nature dwelling within me. Well remembered, Caleb, very well. Caleb smiles, and almost in a frightened of his father way, William continues, and canst thou tell me what the corrupt nature is? My corrupt nature is empty of grace, bent unto sin, only unto sin, and that continually. Soft now. Now, in Robert Eggers fashion, this next scene is 1000. A full screen of moss green, earthy brown hues show an unearthed 50-foot in diameter tree trunk rooted from the ground. That's to the left. And following around the surrounding middle and right side of the screen of the scene, a crooked stick and moss cabin-like dwelling. I think we found the house, the hut, the lair of the old witch. And as we focus and draw towards it, the music is jauntingly and hauntingly just kills. It's so good. We must lay it again. Now, it's not a house, but a trap set for something or whatever took baby Sam. The boy Caleb and father respring the trap.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes. No. I thought you were having. I thought I had to put a spoon in your mouth. You scared me. When did you get here?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
So no, you're good. You're good. Caleb, was Samuel born a sinner? Aye. Am I then? He pauses. We pray he hath entered God's kingdom. What wickedness hath he done? Place faith in God, Caleb. We'll speak no more on thy brother. Why? He has disappeared, not 1 week has passed, yet you and mother utter not his name. He's gone, Caleb. Tell me the what? Tell me. Tell the what? Is he in hell? Caleb, mother will not stop her prayer. And if I died this day? What is this? I ought evil in my heart. My sins are not pardoned. Thou art youngly yet. And if God will not hear my prayers, Caleb, tell me. William kneels to Caleb's level. Look you, I love thee marvelous well. But 'tis God alone, not man, what knows who is the son of Abraham and who is not. Who is good and who is evil. Fain would I tell thee, Sam sleeps in Jesus. That thou wilt, that I will. But I cannot tell thee that. None can. Caleb bows his head in frustration and confusion. William says, Caleb. And that is the end of part 1. And I do believe it's Creepy Connie's Corner.
Creepy Connie's Corner.
Creepy Connie. It's Creepy Connie Corner. Creepy Connie Corner.
Creepy Connie's Corners. Did you know that William Ralph Innocent, the guy who plays, got gourded 3 times by Black Philippe? We haven't talked Black Philippe yet. Black Philippe gourded him 3 fucking times during the filming.
What do you?
The dad,
What does that mean?
like horn and
tore
tendons in his rib cage, 3 times, and the beautiful mother.
That's horrendous.
I know, it's crazy. There was I found Kate Dickey tells a story about Ralph Ineson getting gourded by Black Philippe, which we haven't met Black Philippe yet, but we will meet Black Philippe. He's my favorite. He is on the wall, soon to be on yours, if you want it. Bathsheba.
I have nowhere to put it.
Well, I'll hold it for you until you get your big mansion that you build out of
Yes.
Burnin' wood. What is it? Bornin' wood. What did you build the bridge out of?
Balsa.
Balsa wood.
I will not.
That's wood made from balsa, North Carolina.
You better not build a house out of balsa
will
wood.
not build a house.
That's not smart.
But I might build a hot dog bed.
So I have been watching more cult documentaries because, yes, that's what I do.
That's what she does.
And I've been getting into the different the FLDS and
explain that.
Warren Jeffs, and that's the Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
And that's different than LDS, which is
Learning disability
more
school.
mainstream. No.
That's where I went. My bus wasn't short or long. It was medium sized. It was a fun size.
Fun size.
Creepy kind of hates me.
Oh my god. But
And that was Creepy Connie Corner. Latter-day
look,
Saints.
I lost my yes. So and then LDS, the Church of Latter-day Saints, is your more mainstream Mormon church. But the fundamentalists have a bunch of different sects.
Now we're talking.
S-E-C-T.
Now we're talking.
No.
Sects. S-E-C-T.
Yes.
Like the sovereign sect.
Yes. But there's one under Warren Jeffs that have a lot of accusations of underage marriages because they are polygamous. And Warren Jeffs is their prophet.
Yep.
He is the prophet. But they wear very, like, long dresses, very colonial-esque clothes. And I don't know why, but this movie kind of reminded me of
Yes, it does.
some
It does.
culty,
It does.
that type of shit.
They slayed every corner. The gentleman that helped them with the folklore-esque New England prose,
Yes.
which was tough. If I'm sure.
So I just started watching. I just started episode 2. It's called Prisoner of the Prophet. It's on HBO Max.
Perfect.
And it's about one of his wives escaped the church. And basically in the first episode, it's talked about kind of like what goes on in the church and when Warren Jeffs came into being the prophet. He gathered them all in one place, and now they're, like, walled in.
Oh, wow.
And, like...
Crazy.
Yeah. They have no connection to the outside world, really, at all. And they are all born into the church, so they know nothing else.
That's relatable to this scenario because...
Right?
I
That's
love
what
this
I thought.
film because everyone's God-fearing. And it says evil takes many forms.
And
so anything and everything
they
that's
believe
not...
that Warren Jeffs literally
He's
is
God.
literally in touch with God.
In touch with
he
God.
is the prophet.
Wow.
And he has like 80 fucking wives, like 80 something wives.
He is the
And
Lord.
so one of them escaped and got out.
That's how the story's being told?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she is like helping people who have escaped because there's so much trauma. There's so much mental abuse and manipulation that there's so much adjusting.
That's crazy.
And so
I don't
she
think
helps.
you can adjust from that.
It's hard.
Especially if
She
you're
said
born
she's
into
not
it.
even fully adjusted, she says. But she helps people.
Wow. That's groovy.
Yeah, it's great.
That's crazy. And you said there was another one?
I've also been watching another culty kind of one, alleged cult. He's in jail now, but the leader.
The leader.
But
What's that,
it's
on
called
Netflix?
The Vow. No.
Or no?
It's
The
called
Vow.
The Vow. It's on HBO Max as well. It's about Nexium.
That's right.
And it is kind of like a guru self-help spiritually type
he's in jail now, right?
pyramid
Yeah.
scheme type shit.
Yeah.
But basically the whole story is there's like a sex cult in the background. And they're getting branded.
P. Diddy. Oh, you did say that.
They're getting branded.
That's
and
crazy.
it's like a symbol, and it's supposed to be like mountain and earth, air, blah, blah, blah.
But it's his symbol.
But it's his initials.
Jeez. That's dark. All that stuff is so interesting because it's happening now.
It's like
you know,
real.
like this will be something that horror stories that will be told down the road.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe this happened? It's like, yeah, we allowed that to happen because when, going off grid, like you said last week. Crazy world. Crazy world. Well, I had the pleasure of hanging out with my tattoo artist at the salon, and his new love told me a fantastic story. Fantastic story. She said her and most of her family are in with the macabre and whatnot. They like all the
spooky.
the spooky season, the spookies, and the house she grew up in was haunted.
Oh, love.
So
love.
yes, so out in Belmont, Gastonia, I believe, outskirts Charlotte, her family home that has been in the family for years burned and they rebuilt on the foundation. Well, as they were rebuilding, if I got the story correct, knocking down some of the foundation walls to rebuild like a bigger structure,
Yeah.
they found a book. And inside this book was a flag.
Of what flag?
They told me it's the Circle of Flags, which it has a proper name. But inside this book, like you open the book thinking it's a book, there's a flag. And to the horror, there was an old pram, like a baby carriage,
Yeah.
that was in this scenario. So I started to think, like,
Interesting.
why was it boarded up? Why was it sealed in? Maybe it was something by mistake or whatever else. But a book, you find anything, a photo or an old medicine bottle
Wait,
or whatever.
so was the flag like an American flag?
It
or
was like they call it the flag of stars or something like that. Circle of stars, and it's Druid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, the Circle of Stars, which Druid, it's just how old is this thing, and what year? Just a Celtic situation. I don't know what year. Why is it in this book? Why is it hidden? What's up with the pram? And researching, I found symbols of priests or medicine men or anything alchemy wise, like that whole everything just kind of has a full circle. So to have this Circle of Flags in a book hidden inside your house, there's a reason it's hidden inside the house.
Yeah, like why?
And it's crazy. So the pram, the whole scenario with the pram, I think it's cool.
Whose baby is cursed?
Whose baby's cursed? And
Yeah.
and I got nothing. As far as the whole scenario of a house being haunted and it burned to the ground, and as they're rebuilding, they find a whole extra room full of just oddities, I thought was really cool. And I've always thought prams, because they came back like in 2015 or 2011, 2012, like they were just really cool because they looked very British and
Very British, very
cool,
gothic.
very gothic.
Very
But
gothic or very like cutesy?
very cutesy. And
It
all
depends
you
on the
need
color
now, it depends
and
on
the
the
style.
stroller. It depends on the stroller or the prammer.
The
Because if the
primer.
guy's got a Dale Earnhardt Jr. T-shirt on, it's not cutesy, unless he's got a backwards cowboy hat. This episode was weird.
Backwards cowboy.
Yeah,
hat.
maybe sideways cowboy hat.
Okay.
Well, if I know it's cutesy if you got a Dale Earnhardt Senior cutoff shirt with your belly hanging out, you're pushing a pram, and inside the pram is a book with the American flag in it.
I was thinking more like pink with a white lace.
With the
Very,
Earnhardt
like,
shirt,
No, like
Oh.
very girly pop.
very girly. All right, yeah, we can go with that.
girly pop.
And a lollipop. Well, I guess that is it for today. We are so into our 8th episode. We love anything and everything horror. It's spooky season. We are not that far away from fall, and I love the fact that we have a really cool following on this podcast.
Yes,
It
I'm
is so
very
cool.
excited.
We are on all social media. Keep writing. Keep listening. We love you, creepies. This is Creepy Connie.
And this is King Jeremy, the Wicked.
Wicked. The Thick. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later. King Jeremy the Thick.
You've been listening to Revival,
Fired.
a horror podcast starring Jeremy the Wicked and Creepy Connie. Goodbye.